First cold plunge of 2025. See any like cool motorcycles? Yamaha, dude, that's another Yamaha. Hey, he's black too. What? The odds he's black. I swear to God, I'm a diamond dozen out here. Oh, there's our friend. Hey, hey. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Jason. Today I brought you here for a bodyweight workout, and then we're gonna finish off with a nice cold plunge afterwards. This river here is glacier fed, so it's really cold. It's still early May, so I should still be able to get a nice good cold plunge in. And then after that, we're gonna go for an evening sunset ride on the motorcycle. Hopefully I can get a short ride before the sun drops here in a little bit. But you can see that there are some clouds in the distance. Let's see if we can point in the better spot. So there are some clouds up there. Hopefully they don't cover the sunset too much. So I'm hoping if I ride out east a little bit that it'll be better out there. But without further ado, let's put the camera on the tripod, and I'm gonna get my workout started so that I can do a nice little cold plunge. I did work out my legs here recently and they are super sore. Figured out that my calf, I just got some inflammation that is not healing. So I'm gonna try to do more cold plunges and take some more ibuprofen because I haven't taken anything really for that. But there's nothing torn, so I can honestly do as much leg workouts as I want. I just have to kind of manage the pain. But let's start with my workout and I'll finish it off with a nice cold plunge here. Yeah, so today I'm actually wearing a hat because it's a little bit easier to get better audio that way. So my goal is for the workout, because my legs are super sore, my chest is pretty sore too. I'm gonna do lots of push-ups, sit-ups, and just different variations of them, kind of work out different parts of my core and chest and some of my different arm muscles. And then hopefully after 30-40 minutes of this, I'll transition over to the cold plunge. I wish I brought a thermometer with me because this river is glacier fed and it's pretty cold. So I've done it in the dead of winter before, but right now it still is pretty chilly. So I think it'll still do a good effect on my leg. Oh boy, I've actually never been to this spot before to work out. So I've done cold plunges, but I normally do it in a different location. So this one just happens to be a little bit more convenient for me. 20. I feel like I can probably increase to 25 and just keep doing that until I kind of get really fatigued, but it feels good. I could do some planks. That kind of works too. Maybe I'll hold that for a bit and then try to do sit-ups, or maybe even on this rock I could do some type of sit-ups. It actually felt really easy. Oh boy. I'm not sure if it's because the way I'm sitting down, or I usually do those after I do a bunch of core sit-ups and whatnot, so I feel like I'm kind of tired from that. Felt really good today. Let's crank out some more push-ups. I'm looking forward to hopping in the river. I haven't done it in a little bit. Man, I finally did it, I think, for my first time. It would have been like 2 years ago, and did it after mountain biking. Sat in the river for about 15-20 minutes. It was later in the season, probably a month later from now, like mid-June. And it's definitely a little bit warmer, but still cold. And after I did that and got out of the water, dried off, I instantly was like ready to go mountain bike again. It was the weirdest feeling ever. I've never felt that before, and the soreness went away almost instantly for me, and felt like I could go run like a few miles afterwards. So I know that I know articles say that they boost recovery time and basically just kind of help with aches and pains, and after doing that I really was a believer of it. So it's tricky trying to do it on your own, because a lot of people, they advertise these little cold plunge tubs you can do, like inflatable ones you can build at your house. And I just don't want to deal with like all that water and have to put ice in it frequently. And I was hoping there'd be some kind of gym around that had that, and they're just so expensive. So after moving kind of back to Leavenworth area, I realized that I've got these rivers that I would say for about 80% of the year are cold enough to give you good benefits from it. So kind of decided that I'm gonna try to practice this a little bit more and see how that does with my body and the healing process of my leg here. I've been slacking off, I would say, the last couple months doing cold plunges and icing. Been working out a lot, but haven't been doing this. So my goal is to try to do this 2-3 days a week if I can, and we'll see kind of if I
notice anything different kind of doing it that consistently. Just did 25. I think I'm gonna go for 30 and do some more sit-ups actually. Forgot to do my sit-ups. Oh, nice little core workout. This view is beautiful. It feels pretty easy. I'm actually quite surprised. For core this round, I'm gonna do some planks. I feel like planks are kind of always easy to do at the start until you kind of have to hold them for 3, 4, 5 minutes or add some weight to your back to really make them difficult. I've been pretty much trying to do push-ups every day, and I would say that's really increased my chest strength with like benching. So I never bench normally. I've got really bad shoulders and puts a lot of tension on them. Usually like doing just dumbbell bench press, and I've honestly only benched once before in my entire life because I've always had really bad shoulders, always dislocate them. So I'm kind of curious what I can do. And I repped out, I think it was 225 for 2.5 reps, which I've never, been able to do 225 before. So I think the first time I tried it, I hit 205, barely did it for 1 rep. Now I can hit 205, for 2 or 3 sets and doing 5 reps in between. So I think I could have probably hit 235 for 1 rep if I really tried, but I want to work on toning my muscles as much as I can, and I'd rather do high repetitions. Want to hit 10 or 12 reps of any weight. So sure, it'd be cool if I could rep 225 10 times. I think that's kind of the goal. Okay. Managed 25. I want to work out my core a little more. Wish I had some added weights to do some sit-ups with. There's not any rocks that are up here. I think they're all down by the river. All right, guys, we have found my weight. This feels like it's about 10, 15 pounds, maybe closer to 15. Oh, hopefully this will make the sit-ups a little bit more challenging. Now, when I do these, I feel like it's better to kind of put it in your chest, like the weight. Typically I'll do a dumbbell or like a kettlebell. And I used to kind of hold it up like this, but I felt like I was always initiating with my arms like this, and it would make it easier. So I want the weight to feel like dead weight on my chest. And sitting it there definitely makes it more difficult. Yeah, it was 20 reps, maybe 25. I don't know. Still feel good. I think I want to hit maybe two or 3 more sets, and then I might call it good. I want to get my core feeling a little bit more. I'm really surprised how warm it is. This week it seemed like it was going to be in the mid to high 60s, which for a lot of you guys probably isn't that warm. But man, for me and out here, it's definitely a nice temperature increase from what it's been this winter. Typically it'll hover in the maybe I would say low 30s to like high 20s for 2 to 3 months. This winter was kind of weird. Felt like it was a little shorter. 12. Oh boy. Whew, just feeling it. I might have to run today on the way home and stop at the store, grab some bananas. After many years, figured out finally what helps with cramping. And it's not, a new fact, eating bananas, but I wasn't eating bananas consistently enough. I would always eat it as I was about to cramp. I didn't add it into my daily diet. I feel like I always eat apples every day, but bananas, I'd only really eat them with smoothies, and that wasn't every day. So last spring, trying to figure out, what I changed in my diet, because I was working out sort of the same time frame, same timeline that I'm doing right now, and I was not having cramping issues at all. I was able to push myself with core and not have my stomach cramp up. And I was like, what was I doing differently? I knew I was drinking almost a gallon of water a day, which I tried doing that this fall. That wasn't working. I was kind of taking supplements, but not really. And I've been taking more of the supplements now, and I feel like that hasn't helped as much as it was before. I was still having some slight cramping problems. And I was like, what else was I doing? And I knew that I was having smoothies pretty much every single day for lunch or dinner. And every time I would always put one banana in the smoothie. So recently I started eating bananas every single day. Usually one, sometimes two. And I've had absolutely zero issues. And I've been also eating lots of kiwi, which are also great and high in potassium. So I think doing bananas and kiwi consistently, I've been fine, and I'm so glad to figure it out. But I'm also not running right now, and running I sweat so much, so I feel like I might have to start drinking more water if I start doing that. But it's nice to at least be able to actually work out my core and not get like stomach cramps from doing that. 35. Oh, I feel like I could still keep going. Push-ups, which is kind of cool. I think I've got one more set in me for that. This is really relaxing being here with this amazing view, and the sound of the water coming by is something else. It's nice not having any music. I forgot I was gonna actually plug in my earpods. 40. Woo. Sick. Whoa. Walking down this semi-steep path. It's not too bad. Looks like we've actually got a nice swimming hole here. The wind is coming. Holy smokes. All right, don't be chicken. Whoa. All right, now I'm starting to get used to it. But next time I'm gonna bring the thermometer here so you guys know just how cold this is, because I think it's gotta be like 40, maybe 45 to 48 degrees, if that. I was gonna come early this morning at like 6 in the morning. I'm so glad I did not, because the sun on my neck feels so good right now. Almost ready. Let's call it. It's like my first cold plunge of 2025. Felt pretty amazing. I think I'm gonna go up, dry off, maybe hop in the shower really quick, and then I'll hop on the motorcycle this evening and do a nice little sunset ride for you guys. Just hopped on the bike, thought I'd drive through town, see how it is. The trees, everything was looking nice and green today. Today we're doing a golden hour ride. Actually, I think it's more like a golden 2-hour ride, because sunset's really at like 8:30, but you know, I'd say between like 6:30 and 7:30, that's when the light starts to get really nice anyways. So depending on how quickly I ride, we might be able to catch my friends. They're at a tavern. So the other thing that I did notice is as soon as I hopped on my bike, my legs are not nearly as sore as they were just like this morning. So I haven't done any walking today or anything. I've not stretched at all. And the cold plunge has already loosened up my legs a lot, and I would say reduced some of the inflammation that I had in my joints. So that is a good thing. I'm gonna have to start doing this every day, and it kind of sucks at first, but you know what? It is better than doing nothing. So I really want to be able to get out and run again, and I think that this will probably really help me get back in the next, hopefully 4 to 5 weeks. At least mountain biking. That's at least one thing I really want to be doing. So, hello, doggy. Have watched any of my previous videos, I've actually done this ride before. I actually took the bike on a more of a photo and video shoot, and it's a nice little ride. I'm not going to do the full loop. This is actually the ride that I got a flat tire on, and I don't think it was because of this bridge.
I think it's because I was really pulling off. Oh man, it's bumpy. I was pulling off on the side too much. So today I'm not gonna do that. Looks like I just hit half a tank, which should be enough to get me home. Kids always seem to love motorcycles, which is kind of a cool thing. They always love to rev it or have you do a wheelie or something. It's funny, adults on the other hand seem to be kind of more annoyed. Always gotta remember these corners are pretty sharp. And there's always gravel, so you don't never want to take them wide. But this always has such a nice lookout view. I love coming down here because it just looks so cinematic when the whole foreground is just kind of a blur and you're just looking at the mountains in the distance over there. It's so cool, and they're so green right now. I think when I go to eastern Washington, like more Ellensburg area, I need to find some good farm roads. Came around here once and there was a school bus coming in the opposite direction, and it literally was in the center of the lane, which the lane is not very big, so I forget how sharp these last couple are. Boy, the bumps are fun. Their stomach feels like they're flying for a second. Especially this one. Woo! Came off my seat there a little bit. But yeah, this is where I pulled over, and I think this is where I caught the nail. Because ever since this point, the bike kind of started to act a little weird. There's always boulders on this. Man, I'm gonna not hit one of those. Now, I think on any kind of motorcycle, whether it's a cruiser, enduro, sport bike, whatever it may be, all of these roads I think would be just as fun. If I was in 6th gear, if I dropped this into rain mode, I would enjoy it just the same. And there's always this saying that, you know, like the R3s, I'm speaking in Yamaha terms, but the 300cc bikes, essentially, you can kind of have more fun on corners with those just because you're actually focusing on hitting the corners kind of quickly as you can with whatever power and really momentum you have. And I feel like the same goes with cars. A lot of people like to race Miatas, and they're super slow on the gas, but you can corner pretty quick with them. I think if I raced, I would actually prefer a slower class just because it's a little bit more fun, I would say. A little bit more skill. It's easy to, you know, hammer down the throttle and go super fast in a straight line, but cornering is a whole nother thing. It's funny, every time I ride on this road, I never see any like cool motorcycles or cars to ride with until I don't film. I didn't film one of the other days, and I thought it was gonna rain on me, honestly. That's why I didn't bring the camera, and it ended up not, but I saw a pretty cool all blacked out C8 Corvette that I rode back with. The guy was super chill, but I never get that on a normal day when I'm filming. I see another motorcycle in front of me. Right when I say that, I see another biker. I think he's a enduro or maybe a cruiser, but hey, it's someone. Yamaha, dude, that's another Yamaha. I think that's a MT-07. I don't think it's a 9. That's sick though. Found a Yamaha rider. This bike being as common and popular as it is, I really don't see that many on the eastern side. A lot of them are in the city, but dude, never see any of these in the country. Yeah, it's an MT-07. Sick. I think that's one of the newer gens too. I don't think the neon thing is giving it away. I think it's just how they look with the wind hitting them. I think it might be maybe one of their first bikes. It is windy though. Holy smokes. I think his plate is actually, yeah, 10. So it is a new bike. About 75 horsepower, and they put out actually really good torque. They're great in the lower RPMs, and especially, you know, up to, I would say, like maybe second, third gear. Their acceleration's really nice. That's where this bike tends to pull away after that. So, hey, he's black too. What? Oh my goodness, guys. You have to be kidding me. Oh, what are the odds he's a black guy? He said he's turning up here, bro. Oh my gosh. I swear to God, I'm a dime a dozen out here. There might be all of 2 other black people in the Wenatchee and Leavenworth area, and I know there are more, but you never see them. He was... oh man. See if I can get front row parking. What are the odds? Well, I'm gonna basically hop inside there, maybe have a beer. We'll see if I end up drinking. Oh, there's my friend. Hey, hey. I don't know if you guys can see him, but hey, it's funny. Cool, I'll hop in. I've actually never been to the tavern before. It's like a local bar here in town that is nice. The beers aren't, you know, 20 bucks like they typically are in town there, but you know, I might have a beer and hang out, and I'll probably film once when I get done. Oh, there's Sam too. Sick, and they're playing pool. Awesome! Ah! All right, guys, I'll be back in a sec. All right, guys, so I just finished up having a couple beers and a pulled pork sandwich here at the tavern in Leavenworth, and I'm actually really surprised because I wasn't gonna order anything. Came here kind of late. I already actually had dinner, but I was like, you know what? It's Monday. It's Microbrew Monday, so I think I had 2 Bodhisattvas, which were like $3 each. They had literally $3. Anything on tap was $3. And I've never paid that amount for beer. A place kind of eating out before. I mean, at home, I think if you order it, it's like maybe like 12 or 13 bucks for a 6-pack of Bodhisattvas. Like, that's a really good deal. I've never eaten this cheap eating out before, so I am genuinely surprised. Kind of cool coincidence running into my friends here because I didn't know if they were going to still be around or not. I feel like I was kind of coming a little late. And the other thing is I'm curious to test the low light. So right now I've taken off actually all of my ND filters, so I'm running just the original lens, and I'm curious to see how it is for you guys. And so I haven't hit 1 bar yet, so I'm gonna just drive home because I'll get gas tomorrow. I really don't want to stop right now. I'm kind of tired. It's getting late. So right now we're gonna stop into Dan's. This is kind of the local grocery store because I just need to get a couple things. Let's see. I think I'm gonna park up front. Why not? Let's do it. If this is pretty clear for you guys, I am so pleased with this Osmo Action 5 because even my like good camera, I mean, we have some good light right now, I would say, with the store here, but in all regards, this is still not the easiest to do for any camera. Action cameras have come a long ways. I started with like a GoPro Hero 3. I think I had a black edition, and honestly, it kind of sucked. You know, I enjoyed it, but it kind of sucked. Hey guys, thank you guys for watching today's video. My name is Jace. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna be posting a bunch more this summer. All my rides in the city, in the countryside, camping, working out, mountain biking, you name it. I'm gonna kind of try to do as much as I can for you, but hopefully I'll post here soon. It's been kind of a hectic week for me, but you know, I love kind of making content for you guys. So I hope you guys all enjoy the videos. All right, take care.